Good evening. Today I'll cover one of the topics of business English, that is memorandum. So, and this video will be little bit longer because memorandum is very important topic, so we have to understand it in detail. So what is memorandum? Let us see here. A memorandum, commonly known as memo, is a written message. Please, memorandum means written message used for internal communication within an organization, right? So memorandum is a written message, right? So that is, memorandum is a written message. Written message. Okay, and which is uh, used for formal internal communication within an organization. Okay, so here you have to written from here to here, that is memorandum. It's a written it's a written message from for internal communication within an organization. Okay, it is concise and professional way to share information. So memorandum is not written in like um, article or something. That is a concise and professional way. Though it's written message, it is written for internal communication, but tone must be professional. Okay, and for which purpose? To share information, right? So then within organization, if anything is to be informed, so memorandum is written, and then make announcements, right? So for announcements also memorandum is written. Then request action, right? So any action should be taken, so then you can request, and that is known as memorandum. Or provide updates for colleagues, right? Any update, any changes, any activity, any meeting is to be conducted, so for information updates colleague, we write memorandum, right? So then when we have to update we have to update our colleagues, subordinate, or superiors, so then we write memorandum. Now, what is memorandum in English? English, that's the purpose of memorandum. Purpose of memorandum is memos serve various purposes within an organization. First is information dissemination, right? So information which should be spreaded out, right? So then we write memorandum. Purpose is message information should be spreaded out. So that's sharing important news, policy changes, or updates with a broad internal audience. Suppose any important decision is taken by the management, and it should be known to every person in an organization, so that is memorandum is written. Same here, he's saying that sharing important news or policy changes or any updates with a broad internal audience, right? So that's it should be known for everyone within organization. Then first purpose is that's a information dissemination, so then memorandum is written. Number 2, announcement. So for announcement, notifying staff about events, meetings, or new procedures, right? So then announcements means that is one of the parts. So that is memorandum, example of memorandum, where staff uh, should be known, or notifying staff should be aware about events, meetings, or new procedures. So that's another purpose to write memorandum. Now the next is that instructions, right? Instructions or directives. Suppose any instruction is given by management, so that's a providing clear guidance or tasks projects, or processes through memorandum, right? Then request, asking for information, action, or collaboration. Any information, any action or collaboration from specific individuals or departments, so that uh, we are told to write to inform about anything, any action, what action is being taken. So for this purpose also, this comes under request. So for request purpose, memorandum is written. Then proposal, presenting ideas, suggestions, or plans for consideration. So that proposal is also a memorandum, right? Proposal means that's any idea. I have an idea or a suggestion or any plan which can be considered, so that proposal is known as memorandum. It's the example of memorandum. Then reports, so then summarizing findings, progress, or outcomes of project or activities, right? Any activity, so report on any activity, any progress, any finding. So that is also example of memorandum. Then confirmation, documenting decisions, agreements, or conversations. So that finally what decision is taken, so agreements or deal is done, any deal, any agreement. So that final in confirmation report is also called memorandum. And then next last one is reminder. So another purpose is, that is prompting individuals or teams about deadlines or outstanding tasks, right? So that is reminders for individuals. Suppose I am reminded for submission for anything, right? For report, है ना? So that is, and then or team about deadlines. Deadline is the 2 days are remaining, something like this. So or outstanding tasks, then memorandum is written. So these are the purposes within an organization. So that's a purpose for writing information dissemination, announcement, instructions or directives, requests, proposals, reports, confirmation, and reminders. Okay, now characteristics of memorandum. What comes under memorandum, right? So structure and all, right? So first one is internal communication. We know that memorandum is an internal communication, so that's exclusively for use within a company or organization, right? So that is internal communication. Memorandum is internal communication exclusively for use within a company or organization. So first characteristic, it is internal communication, right? And then it is not information about outside. So that is exclusively use within a company, right? Not within a company, within an organization, right? So that is internal communication. Second is that it should be very concise and clear, right? Not too much. Gets straight to the point. No background is not required. Avoiding unnecessary jargons or lengthy explanation. No, to the point. No lengthy explanation. Then third thing which is required for memorandum, formal but less formal than a letter. That is of course formal but not exactly letter. That is less formal than a letter. While professional, it's generally less formal than a business letter sent to an external party. When we say send any information to outside of the organization, that is something formal. But this memorandum is less formal than formal letters. Okay. Then objective, focuses on facts and information. rather than personal opinions, unless specifically a proposal or recommendation memo, right? So that is memorandum. Ultimately, that is objective, not subjective, not I or we, but you or company. Focuses on facts and information rather than personal opinions. I think, according to me, no, that should be avoided. That is not personal but objective, not subjective but objective, and focuses on facts and information, okay, rather than personal opinions. Then action oriented often aims to elicit a specific response or action from the reader. So that is often aims to elicit a specific response or action from the reader, means as reader will read and then action should be taken. So that is action oriented. And then permanent record provides a written, it's a written message na, so that is permanent record, written a record for communication. So that's a last one but very important, that's a permanent record because it is in written. So provides a written record for communication. So these are the characteristics of memorandum. Now moving to next part, standard structure of memorandum. A memo typically follows a standard format for clarity and easy readability. So next is that memorandum follows a standard structure. A memo typically follows a standard format of for clarity and easy readability. Otherwise, there will be confusion than every time if you write in a new format. So this is the format. We can say that this is the format. Right. So what's the format? Let us see. First part is header block or heading. Heading or header block. This is the first part of memo and contains essential identifying information, right? So what comes under internal heading? That's a to, from, date, subject, right? That's the first part, A. So to, so that is recipient's name, whom you are addressing for, and or job title, department, anything, right? Example they have given, to all staff, or to Sarah Chen or marketing manager, or to project team A, right? Whom you are addressing for, that will be to. From sender's name, that is receiver's name and that is sender's name, and or job title, right, or department, from department of social sciences, like this, right? From John Smith name, sorry, from John Smith HR department, or from CEO office, something. Date, full date, and this is the format of date, right? So here format of date, right? In fact, you can write in this format also. This is updated format. This is, then this is DD, YY and MM, right? Sorry, DDYY, sorry, DD, MM and YY. DD is, that's a 29th June 2025, right? This way. So that's a date, then month, then year. But important thing is that you have to know that date in figure, year in full year in figure, but month in words. This is the new type of like new date format, right? Then subject, concise and specific topic of memo, right? So that this should immediately tell the reader what the memo is about. Example, subject, new expense reimbursement policy. So that is new expense reimbursement policy or meeting agenda for Q3 planning or update on project phonics this way. So this is all about heading A part, heading. Now moving to next part B, that is body, right? So how body? That is body. B, body. What comes in the body? The main content of memo, usually divided into paragraphs. So paragraph 1, introduction, then discussion, then action or conclusion. First, introduction. So how to write introduction? It states the purpose of memo clearly and concisely. Purpose clearly and concisely. Number 2, provides necessary background information. Then we have to write background information. Example, this memo outlines the new procedure. This way we can write new procedure for requesting annual leave. So if you have to know, you have to take annual leave, so that's a new procedure. The purpose of this memo is to inform you about the upcoming changes to our remote work policy. This way you can write the introduction, right? Means purpose, you have to clearly and concisely you have to write purpose and necessary background information, right? Okay. Number 2, discussion. Number 1, introduction. Number 2, discussion. Discussion or explanation provides details, explanations or supporting information. So you have to provide details or explanation or supporting information. That is, detail comes under discussion. Organize information logically, often using bullet points or numbered lists for readability. So that when you discuss, so it should be in bullet points like this, or it should be like this, or it should be like this, right? Okay, now present fact, figures and arguments clearly. Everything should be furnished properly, clearly. Then third one is action. Action is, or conclusion, clearly states what action is required for the reader. Then action is very important. That action is important, if any. Then specific deadlines or next step. Okay, something has happened, so what's the next step or what is deadline? Then summarizes key takeaways that it happened, right? And then what can be done, suggestion from your side, and what did you learn? So that is key takeaways. Or reiterates the main message. That's what's the main message. Example, please ensure all leave requests are submitted through the new online portal by August 15. Your feedback on this proposal is requested by end of the business day, August 5th. We appreciate your cooperation in implementing these changes. This way, you should write your conclusion or action. Here we have seen that conclusion is that finally, please ensure all the leave requests are submitted through the next online portal by August something. So this way we have to write. Then last part, B part, A part is heading. We have seen this structure. First is heading, right? That's a heading. Number 2, body. Now number 3 is closing. So optional but common. Closing, that's a writer's initial. Sometimes the writer's initial are placed at the bottom, especially if memo is short. So that is attachments or enclosures comes in after initial, right? So sometime writer's initial are placed at the bottom. So here suppose this is the memorandum, here somewhere that is initial, right? That is initial, okay, at the bottom, right? And especially if memo is short. Then attachments and enclosures, you can attach supporting documents. If any supporting document are attached, then enclose. This is written enclose. New policy document or attachments, meeting minutes, you can attach. Then distribution list is CC, means a copy, carbon copy will be sent to others. So then if copies are sent to other individuals for their information, example CC department heads, CC Alex Lee legal department. So then not only you or receiver, but this department, the same information is being shared to this department this way. So that is closing. However, this is optional but very common, we write, right? Now next is language and tone. Where were we? We were discussing that's the purpose of memorandum, right? Then number 2 characteristics, number 3 standard structure, number 4 is that is language and tone. What kind of language we should use? So that's a clear and concise. Number 2 professional, number 3 objective, number 4 action oriented verbs, and second last is polite and but direct, and grammar and spelling, everything. So that's a use simple direct language, avoid jargon where possible, or explain it if necessary. So anyhow it should be very clear. Number 2 professional, maintain a formal yet approachable tone. No, we should be very much professional, but yes, not professional, but we have to have approachable tone. We should reach to the reader or reader, okay. Then objective, then present information, that is factually or neutrally. What is fact? So it should be furnished, right? Then action oriented verbs, use the strong verbs to indicate what needs to be done. Example, implement, review, submit, ensure. Not mild word, instead of mild word we have to use verbs which are strong, right? Means you have to, not you have to, means very clear direct message must be there. Choice of verbs is very strong, okay. Then polite but direct, we have to be polite, but not only polite, we have to be direct, right? Be courteous but don't shy away from being direct about expectations. So courtesies we follow, but then at the same time we have to be very much direct, or instruction. So that's an expectation, what, but don't shy away from being direct about expectations or instruction what you are expecting. And finally grammar or spelling, that is proofread carefully for any errors. So proofreading should be done, or we have to take care before sending, right? We have to focus on vocab, grammar, everything. The next part, types of memo. Types of memo. So that is, while basic structure remains, memo can be categorized. However, basic structure is same, but it can be categorized by their functions, not format. Format is same, but function is that's a information memo, simply to convey information, announcing a new employees. Suppose any new employee has come to your college, has joined, so then we should send message for in a group, or send message to him or her. So that is information memo. Number 2 request memo, to ask for some things. Example, requesting budget allocation. So when you are requesting for budget allocation, that is request memo. Then confirmation memo to confirm details or decisions. Example, confirming a meeting time, right? So what is the meeting time, how much time it will take, something like this. Then policy memo to introduce or explain a new policy or procedure. Suppose something changes decided by manager, so that policies are giving as are written for other members, so that is policy memo. Then recommendation memo, the purpose, a course of action, and provide justification why this course of action is being taken and what is you have to justify. Then tip trip report memo, to summarize findings and activities from business trip. Suppose you have to go to Delhi or Mumbai for office tour, so that trip report memo. So then you have to submit the findings. That's about if you have visited Delhi for college for business purpose, so what is the findings or uh, activities. So that short description must be there, which is called trip report memo. Then meeting summary memo, to record decisions and actions items from the meeting. Finally, why meeting is done, and then what's the conclusion of the meeting. So that's a decision actually. So to read decision, to record decision and action items from meeting, right? So this is types of memorandum. Then best practices for writing effective memorandum. Know your audience, tailor your language and level of detail to the recipient. So that our language should be tailored according to our audience, right? Number 2, get to the point quickly. The most important information should be in the beginning, right? First of all, we have to tell the most important information. Number 3, be specific. Provide all necessary details: who, what, when, where, why. Every answer should be addressed. Every question should be addressed, and but we have to be very much specific. Then use headings and bullet points. Enhance readability. It when we categorize, definitely it is more readable and allow readers to quickly scan for key information. So that is numbering or bullets are very good thing, and that is suggestible. Next is that is proofreading meticulously, right? So that's error undermine credibility. If you do errors, so that it will lose your credibility. So that is why errors should be avoided, otherwise it undermine credibility. फिर consider the call to action. What do you want the readers to do after reading the memo? So that should be very clear. Then keep it concise. Avoid unnecessary words or lengthy paragraphs. If a topic is complex, consider an attachment or follow up meeting, right? So keep it concise. So avoid unnecessary lengthy words, right? So uh, that is to be done. Then maintain professionalism. So that's a even when discussing difficult topics, maintain a respectful and professional tone with important. And then so save as a record. Memo can be important documents, so ensure they are properly filled or saved. So these are the different uh, practices for effective memo, right? The next is example of memo subject line they have given, right? What is good and bad? So good subjects are, that is specific information, new company dress code policy. that is good subject. Meeting agenda, Q3 marketing review, urgent server maintenance schedule for July 30th, proposal for new employee onboarding program, action required to then complete annual performance reviews by August 15th. These are the good subject line. But if we see here, bed subject lines are vague and uninformative, right? That's memo, important, meeting, short terms, and very. So these are not appreciable, right? So that's why we have to write this way. It's a clear and good subject line. Okay, now. So that is something about, by understanding and applying these principles, we can write clear, effective, and professional memorandums that facilitate smooth internal communication within any organization. So then today we have seen it is internal communication, and that is used for internal purpose within an organization. It should be concise and professional. And then we have seen that purpose of memorandum. So these are the purpose to send outside, है ना, उनका प्रचार प्रसार ज़्यादा हो, then announcement, instruction and all. Then we have seen characteristics. So these are the characteristics, right? Then we discuss standard structure of memorandum with the sub headings, and then body, and then closing. Okay, closing before this is the body and this is closing. Then what kind of language and tone should be written, here they have suggested. Then types of memorandum, these are the different types of memorandum, and best practices, that is audience, and see all these suggestions we have discussed. And then examples of memorandum subject line. So this is a good subject line, and lower one is bad subject line when we write short. So that should not be done, right? So this is something about we have discussed about the memorandum. So thank you so much. God bless you.